All right, so the feet on the pegs thing, like I've said in the last video, I've been reluctant to embrace the feet on the pegs technique. You know, like I said, I grew up in the 90s, early 2000s, and I remember vaguely there was a pro named Dean Matson that raced around here locally. Some of the new kids probably don't remember that guy, but he was really good at keeping his feet on the pegs. And I remember my dad mentioning back in the day, he's like, wow, that guy keeps his feet on the pegs through the corners. And at the time I was like, well, that's just awkward and weird. Like nobody else does that. Well, he might've been onto something back then. And this is in the late 90s and the early 2000s. I'm fairly new to this technique. I don't, honestly, I'm not that good at it yet. And I'm just trying to be transparent that I'm not going to claim to be the expert on this technique. And one of the kids I trained, that Ryder Diarigo, he is far better at it than I am as of now. So I've been trying to adapt this technique and use it. And I only like doing stuff if I know it's better or faster. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to overlay two corners. And I picked probably the corners that I felt were probably the worst for this technique. And I'm going to try to see which one is faster. As I improve and I start using this technique more, of course, I'll get better at it. I think I still have some flaws with this technique, a little bit too much clutch use and riding the brakes a little too far. And I don't really know at what spot to sit or stand yet. But I'm going to overlay a technique that I've used for 30 years, which is, you know, the standard sit down, get on the tank, get your leg out, turn your toe in. And then I am going to, above that, compare it to feet on the pegs. And we'll see which one is faster. And like I said, I've done sit down, put your leg out for 30 years. And this was the second day that I have done the feet on the pegs technique. So let's see which one's faster. All right, here we go in real time, going through the corners. Can't really tell much. I mean, they look pretty equal. But when I slow it down, I started the videos at the same spot, and you can see there's hesitation when I go to sit down and put my leg out. My entrance speed with feet on the pegs is much faster. Lean angle is about the same, but my exit is also faster too. And that's because I have control over the bike. At least that's what I believe, is I have more control. Entering, I'm not wasting time. I'm not hesitating with the throttle, sticking my leg out. And then also I'm controlling the bike with my legs. And then right about here, I'm able to get on it with my feet on the pegs. And there's a hesitation. I have to get on it a little later and a little softer when I'm sitting down. Okay, I picked this corner because I thought for sure that my leg out was faster. And again, it's kind of a repeat of the first one. You can see when I go to sit on the tank and stick my leg out, my front end dives, I don't have the entrance speed and the control and the consistency that I do with my feet on the pegs. Here, I go a little faster. My exit sitting down with my leg out is a little quicker because I just got on it a little harder. But look at the gap when I slow it down. Okay, you see that box in the background, and my bike is much more stable, kind of stays more level. It doesn't have that front end dive. And then when I go through the corner, I'm just much more consistent, and my body positioning is a little better. I think the feet on the pegs requires you to have a much more flat back to get through the corner. When my leg goes out, I tend to roll my back a little bit more, which is, you know, rolling your back is not good through corners. But I think as I practice this technique, like I said, this is only my second day. I think I'm going to get better and better and better at it. And I think this is a great tool to have in your toolbox when you're practicing. Okay, so what's my take on the feet on the pegs technique? I would say practice it, learn it, and you might end up going faster with it. I think my size may have to play a role in it. If you think about it, if you got short little legs and you're throwing a 30-pound leg out there, it's not going to change the attitude of the bike that much. I'm 6 foot tall. Every time I put my leg way out there like that, you see a change in the attitude of the bike. And it does a lot of front end diving. So it's less movement on the bike, more control. You got your feet controlling the bike. I would practice it, learn it, have somebody film you just like I did, and then put the two videos close together and see if it's faster. Like I said, this is day 2 of me trying this technique, and I can already see it's faster, and I'm only going to improve with time. And I believe you can do the same. Keep your feet on the pegs, learn how to do it. Less chance of injury by not sticking your foot out there. And it's kind of scary when you go into the corner. You're going to feel like you're going to lose the bike, but you don't. You actually have more control than if your foot's out. You're controlling the bike with your legs, and you're going to be able to handle the bike better in and through the corner, have a more controlled entry speed. Is this a technique that I would say use everywhere on the track? No. Find what corners it works in and use it there. So you might do it on 25% of the corners, 50%. You might even do it the whole track. Maybe have one corner that you stick your leg out in. It's a very good technique. I'm going to try to learn how to do it. I'm going to have more videos coming on how to do it. And once I get better at it, I'll try to break it down on how to do it correctly in all the corners. But yeah, have at it. You can see it is faster, more controlled entry. It's a great technique. I wish I would have started doing this years ago, but hey, that's the point. That's why I'm still doing it. I'm always learning. So, and I'm sure everybody else is too. So if you're not doing this, try it out, give it a shot. All right. Thanks for watching.